Okay. So in the last lecture, we have discussed about the framing technique. Okay. The advantage of framing is whenever we are receiving something from the network layer, we need to create the frames. Okay. So for that, we can say that there are two types of frames. One is the fixed frames and second one is the variable size frames. Okay. So in the fixed size framing, there is no need to define the boundaries. We can say that the size of the frame itself define the boundaries. While in the variable size framing, we need to declare the boundaries of the frame, that at which point the frame is going to be start and at which point the frame is going to be end. Okay. So for the variable size framing, the two approaches were used. One is the character oriented approach and second one was bit oriented approach. So we can say that in the character oriented approach or in the character oriented protocol, everything is about like the characters. Okay, tomorrow data perm, there is a multiple of 8-bit. If we assume that for the character, we are following the 8-bit ASCII format. So we can say that tomorrow data point that is also multiple of 8. Tomorrow header is also multiple of 8. Trailer is also multiple of 8 and flag is also of 8-bit. That means we can say that our data can be evenly divided by 8-bit. Okay. So there is one problem with the character oriented protocol. So that problem is, suppose we are using that type of approach for graphs, audio and video, then what is going to be happen that તમે જે flag નો use કર્યો છે, that flag will appear as data in your data section. Okay, તમારો flag જ as a data તરીકે appear થતો હોય. Okay, then what is happen at the receiving side? Receiver assume કરશે કે જે જગ્યાએ ફ્લેગ અપિયર થયો છે ત્યાંથી ફ્રેમ પતી જાય છે. ઓકે, બટ એવું નથી. ઓકે, બટ એવું નથી. So for that what we can do, we can use one extra character sequence. It is known as the escape character sequence. Okay, and it is different than your flag. Okay, અને પછી એવો પ્રોબ્લેમ થાય કે તમારો ફ્લેગ જ ડેટા તરીકે અપિયર થતો હોય તો ફ્લેગની આગળ we will put the escape sequence. તો આ ફ્લેગની આગળ અહીં escape છે. સેમ વે બીજો પ્રોબ્લેમ એવો થશે કે જે આપણે escape sequence નો યુઝ કર્યો છે તે escape sequence જ એઝ અ ડેટા તરીકે અપિયર થતો હોય. ઓકે, हमने जो escape sequence का यूज किया है वो escape sequence ही एज अ डेटा अपियर हो रहा है. ओके, देन व्हाट वी कैन डू, escape के आगे हम दूसरा escape लगा देंगे. escape के आगे दूसरा escape आ जाएगा. ओके, एंड व्हाट हैपन एट द रिसीविंग साइड, रिसीवर विल एज्यूम दैट ये फर्स्ट escape है, that will be removed. Okay, जो पहला escape है वो remove हो जाएगा and next flag is considered as your data. Okay, same way this escape will be removed और next escape जो भी है that is considered as your data. Okay, so this process is known as the byte stuffing and unstuffing. Byte stuffing, that flag ની આગળ આપણે escape લગાવીએ અને escape ની આગળ escape લગાવીએ, so that process is known as the byte stuffing. Okay, અને receiver બાજુ આપણે escape ને remove કરીએ, that process is known as the byte unstuffing. Okay, and using this process we can get exact data that is sent by the receiver, sent by the sender. Okay, the data sender મોકલેલો હોય, that same data we can receive at the receiving side. Okay, now there is one problem with this byte stuffing process, that there is two system. One is following the 8-bit approach and second is following the 16-bit approach. Then there is a problem of this code conversion. There is a problem of this code conversion. So for that, in the real time, we are using the bit oriented framing, in which everything is about the bit. Okay, તમારો character પણ બીટના ફોર્મમાં કન્વર્ટ થાય, તમારો text, audio, video, graphs, everything will be converted in the form of the bits. Okay, but still we require the starting and ending of the frame. So for that we are using this 8-bit flag. So this 8-bit flag is 0 followed by 61 followed by 0. So this indicate the start of the frame and this indicate the end of the frame. Okay, so here we can see the example that this is the starting flag and this one is the ending flag, and here we have the data. Okay, now the same problem that તમારો જો flag as a data તરીકે appear થતો હોય, okay, જે flag sequence નો આપણે જે 8-bit sequence as a flag તરીકે આપણે use કર્યો છે, તે જ flag sequence તમારા ડેટામાં appear થતો હોય, receiver ને શું લાગશે કે ડેટા આપણો વચ્ચેથી પતી જાય છે, બટ એવું નથી. Okay, તમારો flag જો ડેટા તરીકે appear થતો હોય, then receiver will assume that this one is the end of the frame. Okay, but it is not like that. So for that we require the another approach. It is known as the bit stuffing. Okay, so bit stuffing, what we have to do into bit stuffing, 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવે તમારા ડેટામાં, 0 પછી જો 5 1 આવે, then we have to put one extra 0. 0 પછી જ્યારે પણ 5 1 આવે તેના પછી we have to put one extra 0. So this is known as the bit stuffing. 0 પછી 5 1 છે, then extra 0. Okay, so this process is known as the bit stuffing. Okay, now receiver બાજુ શું કરવાનું, 0 પછી 5 1, એના પછી જો extra 0 છે that we have to remove. Okay, same way 0 followed by 5 1, એના પછી જો extra 0 છે that we have to remove. So this process is known as the bit stuffing and bit unstuffing. Yeah, okay, and using this process we can get the exact data that is sent by the sender. Sender જે કંઈ પણ data મોકલ્યો છે, that same type of data we can receive at the receiving side. Okay, so this is all about the framing. Okay, we have this is the responsibility of the data link layer. So in the framing we have seen that framing can be either fixed size or variable size framing. In the variable size framing we require the character oriented approach and bit oriented approach. In the character oriented approach we require the byte stuffing, while in the bit oriented approach we require the bit stuffing. So this is all about the framing technique. Okay, now up till now we have seen about the error control, then we have seen about the framing. Now the third responsibility of this data link layer is flow control. Okay, the third responsibility of data link layer is flow control. Okay, now flow control kone kehvaય? So for example, there are two entities. Okay, so we can say that one is producer and second one is the consumer. Okay, one is producer and second one is the consumer. Okay, now what happened, there should be a balance between the production and consumption rates. Okay, for example, let's say કોઈ એવી એપ્લિકેશન છે, ઓકે, so તેમાં સેન્ડર 1 સેકન્ડમાં સપોઝ 10 પ્રોડક્ટ જનરેટ કરે છે. ઓકે, સેન્ડર તમારો 1 સેકન્ડમાં 10 પ્રોડક્ટ જનરેટ કરે છે અને રિસીવર જે પ્રોડક્ટ ભલે છે એના પર પ્રોડક્ટ એક કોકાકોલાની બોટલ જનરેટ કરી. ઓકે, ના કોકાકોલાની બોટલ પર આપણે લેબલિંગ કરવું છે. ઓકે, એટ ધી રિસીવિંગ સાઇડ કોકાકોલાની બોટલ પર આપણે લેબલિંગ કરવું છે. ઓકે, નાઉ સપોઝ જે આપણું સેન્ડિંગ મશીન છે તે 1 સેકન્ડમાં લેટ્સ સે કે 10 કોકાકોલાની બોટલ જનરેટ કરે છે. ઓકે, બટ જે રિસીવિંગ સાઇડ આપણું મશીન છે તે 1 સેકન્ડમાં ખાલી 8 બોટલ પર જ આપણું લેબલિંગ કરી શકે છે. ઓકે, સો વી કેન સે ધેટ production rate is more than the consumption rates. The production rate is more than the consumption rates. Then what is the problem? કે receiver બાજુ આપણો ડેટા ભેગો થઈ જાય. ઓકે, કારણ કે આપણે સેન્ડર બાજુ 1 સેકન્ડમાં 10 બોટલ પ્રોસેસ થાય છે, while receiver બાજુ આપણી 1 સેકન્ડમાં ખાલી 8 જ બોટલ પ્રોસેસ થાય છે. ઓકે, તો receiver શું કરશે, ખાલી 8 પર લેબલિંગ કરશે અને બાકીની 2 છે ને ડિસ્કાર્ડ કરી દેશે. તો સેમ થિંગ ઇઝ હેપન વિથ ધીસ ડેટા. જ્યારે આપણે ડેટા મોકલીએ at that time, suppose in the 1 second we are generating the 10 frames. Okay, at the sender side 1 second માં આપણે 10 frame generate કરીએ છીએ, but receiver બાજુ if in the 1 second we are able to process only the 8 frames, then what happen, the remaining 2 frames are going to be lost. Okay, then second problem is suppose sender receiver ની speed sender કરતા વધારે છે, receiver ની speed sender કરતા વધારે છે. તો suppose sender બાજુ આપણે 1 સેકન્ડમાં 10 ફ્રેમ જનરેટ કરીએ છીએ અને રિસીવર ઇઝ એબલ ટુ ધેટ 1 સેકન્ડમાં 15 ફ્રેમ પ્રોસેસ કરી શકે છે. ઓકે, ધેટ મીન્સ વી કેન સે ધેટ the receiver speed or consumer speed is more than the producer speed. Okay, then what is the problem? Receiver શું કરશે કે 1 સેકન્ડમાં એવી 10 તો પ્રોસેસ કરી દેશે, બાકીની જે 5 માટે that will be idle. Okay, બાકીની 5 પ્રોસેસ કરવા માટે that will be idle. Receiver will be idle. Okay, so we can say that there should be a balance between the production rate and consumption rate. Suppose sender 1 સેકન્ડમાં 10 બોટલ જનરેટ કરતો છે, the receiver is also able to process the 10 bottles in the 1 second. Okay, the same thing is like if sender is generating the 10 frames in the 1 second, then receiver is also able to process only 10 frames in the 1 second. Okay, so flow control is related to the first issue, that if the items are produced faster, then they can be consumed and the consumer can be overwhelmed and may need to discard some items. Okay, so sender ni speed jo receiver karta vadare hoy, then sender will be overwhelmed. That means receiver will be overwhelmed, and he or she will, that machine will be discard some of the frames. Okay, so for that we need to prevent the losing the data items in the consumer side. So for that we require the flow control mechanism. Okay, so how it is going to be worked? So you can see from the figure that there is a producer and there is a consumer. Okay, there is some mistake in this figure. આ બાજુ producer છે અને આ બાજુ there is a consumer. Okay, so we can say that producer is a sending node and receiver is a consumer node. Okay, now what is happen? જેવું data link layer પાસે data આવશે, okay, network layer પાસેથી network layer જેવો data link layer ને મોકલશે, that frame is going to be sent to the receiver. Okay, data link layer at the sending side will send a frame to the data link layer at the receiving side. Okay, now જેવી frame receiver ને મળે છે, then what we have to do, જો frame correctly receive થાય, then receiver has to inform to the sender that I have correctly got your frames. Okay, so that frame is known as the acknowledgement frame. Okay, એકવાર આપણી frame receiver બાજુ પહોંચી જાય, then receiver has to inform the sender that I have correctly get your frames. Okay, so that frame is known as the acknowledgement frame. Okay, so this figure is giving that producer will send the frame, okay, without worrying that consumer is ready to receive or not. Frames are simply pushed. Okay, the frames are pushed from producer to consumer side, and once the receiver will inform the frame, then receiver will inform the producer that I have correctly received the frame, and that frame is known as the acknowledgement frame. Okay, now you can have a question that how we can implement such type of functionalities for this real-time application. Okay, so for that we require the buffer. Okay, we require the buffer. What is the meaning of buffer? Okay, so buffer is, we can say, the one type of memory that is used at the sending side as well as at the receiving side. The sending બાજુ આપણો એક buffer છે અને receiver બાજુ આપણો એક buffer છે. Okay, now buffer ની capacity કેટલી હશે? So that buffer capacity is stored only one frame. Okay, up till for this example we will assume that the buffer ni capacity છે, that at a time it will store only the one frame. Okay, at a time it will store only the one frame. Okay, so now how flow control is going to be worked? Okay, so suppose receiver બાજુ જે buffer છે, if that is going to be full, receiver બાજુનો જે buffer full થઈ જાય, then we will inform the sender that my buffer is now full, you will wait for some time. Okay, then one buffer at the receiving side is empty, then again receiver will inform the sender that now I am ready to receive, now you can send the frame. Okay, so by that way we can implement this flow control mechanism. Okay, so we can say that a buffer is a set of memory locations that can hold packets at the sender and receiver, and the flow control communication can occur by sending signals from the consumer to the producer. Okay, so જ્યારે receiver બાજુનો buffer full થઈ જાય, at that time we will inform the sender to stop pushing the frames. Okay, જ્યાં સુધી receiver બાજુનો buffer full ના થાય ત્યાં સુધી sender એની frame push કરતું રહે. એકવાર buffer full થઈ ગયો, then receiver will inform the sender that now you stop, my buffer is full and now I will need to process these frames. Okay, then એકવાર ફરી પાછી frame process થઈ જાય અને buffer ખાલી થઈ જાય, then again it will inform the sender to again resend the frames. So by that way we can implement this flow control mechanism. Okay, so in the real time we are using the combination of this both approach, that is the flow control and error control. Okay, so as we have seen here, એકવાર તમારું packet receive થઈ ગયું, then we need to inform the sender that I have correctly received your frame. Okay, so this frame is known as the acknowledgement frame. Okay, now what is the combination of flow control and error control? જ્યારે આપણે acknowledgement મોકલાવતા હોય, એની સાથે જ we will inform the sender that if your frame is correctly received or it is corrupted. Okay, acknowledgement ની સાથે જ આપણે sender ને inform કરીએ કે તમે જે ફ્રેમ મોકલાવી છે it is correctly received or it is corrupted. Okay, so તમારું acknowledgement ફ્રેમ મોકલાવીએ છીએ that is satisfying the two purposes. પહેલું તો ફ્રેમ તમારી રિસીવ થઈ ગઈ છે, that will inform to the sender, and second thing is it will inform the sender that તમે જે ફ્રેમ મોકલાવી છે whether it is correct, fully correct, or it is corrupted during the transmission. Okay, so if it is correctly received, then there is no need to inform the sender that it is corrupted. Okay, so by that way, now at the receiving side, data link layer can provide that frame to the network layer. Okay, but જો તમારી frame corrupted થયેલી હોય, then we need to inform the sender that this frame is corrupted during the transmission, and now the sender need to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so this approach is known as the, we will see that ARQ, automatic repeat request, that if the frame is corrupted during the transmission, then we need to inform the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so flow control refers to a set of procedure used to restrict the amount of data that the sender can send before waiting for acknowledgement. Okay, so we can say the number of frames that are required to fill the buffer. Okay, so this is known as the amount of data that we can send from sender to the receiver. Okay, so before getting the acknowledgement, we will send some frame and then we will wait for some acknowledgement. Okay, so this is known as the flow control. So as I have said that flow control in the data link layer is based on automatic repeat request. Okay, so તમે જે acknowledgement મોકલાવી છે એની સાથે જ we will inform the sender that if your frame is correctly received or it is corrupted. Okay, if it is corrupted, then we will inform the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so sender ને receiver ને કેવી રીતે ખબર પડે કે the frame is corrupted or not? So for that we have seen some mechanism like the CRC or checksum. By applying this CRC or checksum, the receiver will check the data મોકલાયો છે whether it is correctly received or it is corrupted. Okay, if you corrupted થયેલો હોય, okay, by performing that CRC check, આપણે જો reminder 0 ના આવતો હોય, then we can say that the frame is corrupted during the transmission, and we can inform the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay, okay, so to provide this flow control mechanism, the 4 protocols are designed. Okay, so these 4 protocols are known as the data link layer protocols that are majorly designed for flow and error control. Okay, so up till now, whatever we have learned, like the CRC, then that automatic repeat request, that so this everything are combined into one some of the protocols. Okay, so sorry. So for that, the 4 protocols were designed. The first one is the simple, that is defined for noiseless channel. Okay, so that is this protocols, no one is using this protocol, but we can say that the simple protocol will provide the base for another protocols. Okay, like simple protocol પરથી જ પછી બીજા બધા protocol design થયા છે. So simple is designed for noiseless channel. We will assume that there is no packet loss. જ્યારે આપણે data મોકલતા હોય, we will assume that there is no packet loss during the transmission. So that is that type of communication is not possible in the real time. કે આપણે data મોકલાવતા હોય ત્યારે એમાંથી કંઈ પણ loss ના થાય. Okay, so in the real time, always our channel is noisy. That means every time there is some packet loss. Okay, so for that, 3 protocols were designed. One is the stop and wait ARQ, that is automatic repeat request. Okay, go back and ARQ, and selective repeat ARQ. Okay, so the thing is the simple and stop and wait ARQ, these 2 protocols are we are going to learn in this data link layer, while this go back and selective repeat, that we will learn in the transport layer. The reason is the flow control is the combined responsibility of the data link layer and transport layer. Okay, in the data link layer, we will check whether one of the data is તમારો બીટ whether it is corrupted or not. Okay, તમારા frame ની અંદર જો packet corrupted થયેલો હોય so that type of check we can perform at the data link layer. But આખું જો તમારું package જ lost થઈ ગયેલો હોય so that type of error can't be detected at the receiving side. So this is the responsibility of the transport layer. Okay, so simple and stop and wait ARQ we will learn in the data link layer, while go back and select the repeat we will learn in the transport layer. Okay, so what is going to be happen? Okay, so ARQ is based on the automatic repeat request. Okay, so it's required that I need to block the number 40. So ARQ is based on automatic repeat request. The full form of ARQ is automatic repeat request, that if your packet is lost during the transmission, then we should inform the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay. Okay, so now we start with our first protocol, that is the simple protocol. So our first protocol is a simple protocol with neither flow nor error control. So we assume that the receiver can immediately handle any frame it receives. So this protocol is majorly designed for noiseless channel. So noiseless channel ma we'll assume that there is no packet lost. So data પણ corrupted ના થાય અને packet પણ lost ના થાય. So we can have some best situation, okay, in which no packet loss or no data corruption. Okay, so in other words, the receiver can never be overwhelmed with incoming frames, so the no frame is lost during the transmission. Okay, so how it is going to be work? So here we require one figure in which at the sending node we have the network layer and data link layer. Okay, and the receiving node also we have the data link layer and the network layer. Now network layer પછી આપણું જેવું પેકેટ આવે we need to create the frame, and that frame જેવું તમારું પેકેટ આવે data link layer will immediately create the frame, and whether receiver is ready or not, without worrying that receiver is ready or not, will send that frame to the receiving node. Will send that frame to the receiving node. Okay, so now this receiving node has the data. Okay, so that data frame will be now delivered to the network layer. Okay, data link layer will deliver this frame to the network layer. The network layer will create the packet, and then it will deliver to the transport layer and then application layer, like that. Okay, so what happened in the simplest protocol, that there is no flow control and there is no error control, that we are assuming that no packet lost during the transmission, as well as no data is corrupted during the transmission. Okay, so we can see the flow diagram of this simple protocol. Okay? So network layer પછી જેવું packet આવે છે, we have created the frame and we have sent it to the receiving node. Okay, so here data link layer has received the two packets, so these both frames are sent to the receiving node. Okay, and here we can say that there is no acknowledgement, as well as there is no flow control and there is no error control. Okay, જેવું packet આવે છે, sender has to create the frame and send it to receiver, and it is a for noiseless channel. Okay, so we will assume that there is no packet loss or no frame lost. Okay. Now improved version of this simple protocol is stop and wait. Okay, the simple protocol is just providing the base. Okay, so base કેવો છે કે જેવો network layer પરથી packet આવે છે, we have to create the frame and send it to the receiver. Okay, so this approach we are going to use in the stop and wait, then go back and selective repeat. Okay, now what is going to be happen in the stop and wait protocol? So the first thing is this protocol is majorly used for the noisy channel. Okay, and it is using the both approach, that is the flow control and error control. And what is going to be happen in this protocol? The sender will send one frame at a time. Sender at a time एक frame send करશે, and then it will wait for an acknowledgement. Okay, the sender will send one frame at a time and waits for an acknowledgement before sending the next one. Okay, so એકવાર એક frame send થઈ જાય, then sender will wait for an acknowledgement. ઓકે, તો જે ફ્રેમ મોકલેલી છે એનું એક્નોલેજમેન્ટ આવે એના પછી જ આપણી બીજી ફ્રેમ સેન્ડ થાય. ઓકે, then to detect corrupted frames we need to add a CRC to each data frame. Okay, તો જે ફ્રેમ સેન્ડ થતી હોય એની સાથે we are also sending the CRC. Okay, so CRC is majorly used for the error control. Okay, so when a frame arrives at the receiving side, the CRC values are checked, okay, by performing that division, and these reminders are checked whether it is 0 or not. If it is not 0, then we can say that it is corrupted during the transmission. Okay, so if the CRC is incorrect, the frame is corrupted and silently discarded. Okay, so if the frame is discarded at the receiving side, the frame is discarded at the receiving side, then we can say that there is no acknowledgement to the sender. જો તમારી frame corrupted થઈ ગયેલી છે તો receiver ને ખબર પડશે by performing that CRC calculation that the frame is corrupted during the transmission. તો receiver ને ખબર પડી કે આ frame corrupted છે તો receiver શું કરશે તો એ frame ને કાઢી જ નાખશે, આખા communication માંથી જ કાઢી નાખશે. Okay, તો frame જો નીકળી ગઈ, then here we can say there is no acknowledgement that is sent to the sender. આખી frame જ નીકળી જાય, then there is no acknowledgement sent to the sender. Okay, and acknowledgement now મળે, then sender will assume that the frame is lost during the transmission. Sender ને ખબર પડશે કે frame is corrupted or lost during the transmission, so sender will resend that frame again. Okay, so how these protocols are going to be work? So every time the sender sends a frame, it starts a timer. Okay, and if and okay, you can have question that એકવાર frame send કરી દીધી પછી કેટલા ટાઈમ સુધી આપણે વેઇટ કરવાનું એક્નોલેજમેન્ટ માટે. ઓકે, so if within the time limit acknowledgement is received, then we can say that our frame is correctly received. But within the time limit acknowledgement now, then also sender will assume that the frame is lost or corrupted. So for that we require the timer. કે જેવી એ frame send કરશે, at a time it will start a timer. It will start a timer, and if an acknowledgement arrives before the timer expires, the timer is stopped. Okay, within that timer જો તમારું acknowledgement આવી જાય, then this timer is stopped and the sender sends the next frame. Okay, but તમારું timer expire થઈ ગયું અને ત્યાં સુધીમાં પણ તમારું acknowledgement ના આવે, then what is going to be happen? The sender will resend the previous frame. Okay, timer expire થઈ ગયું અને ત્યાં સુધીમાં જો તમારું acknowledgement ના આવે તો sender assume કરશે the frame is lost or corrupted, and it will resend that frame again. Okay, so this means that the sender needs to keep a copy of the frame until its acknowledgement arrives. Okay, so what is the advantage of this approach? Or we can say that જ્યાં સુધી જે કંઈ પણ frame આપણે મોકલાવી છે એનું acknowledgement ના આવે ત્યાં સુધી sender needs to keep a copy of the frame. જે frame મોકલાવેલી છે એની એક copy આને રાખવી પડે. Okay, in the buffer. In the buffer, he needs to keep a copy of the frame, whatever it has sent. Okay, once the acknowledgement is received, the sender node can remove that frame from the buffer. Okay, but જ્યાં સુધી acknowledgement ના આવે ત્યાં સુધી તો આને એક copy જે frame મોકલાવેલી છે એની રાખવી પડે. Okay, તો communication ક્યારે complete કહેવાય કે આપણે જે frame મોકલાવેલી છે અને acknowledgement આવી જાય ત્યારે જ આપણું communication complete કહેવાય. Okay, so you can see here that there is a sending node, there is a receiving node, and here we have this frame. Okay, so in this frame we are sending the data plus CRC. CRC used for the error control. Okay, so whenever the network data link layer will receive the frame from the network layer, it will send to the receiving node. Okay, receiving node will check the frame whether it is correct or it is corrupted. Okay, so whether it is correct, then it will send the acknowledgement. Then it will send the acknowledgement to the sender that I have correctly received the frame. Okay, and also if the frame is correctly received but it is corrupted, also if the frame is correctly received but it is corrupted, then it is also inform the sender in the acknowledgement frame itself that the frame is corrupted during the transmission. We'll see that format that some of the bits are set to inform the sender that the frame is corrupted during the transmission. Okay, so acknowledgement is we can say two types of acknowledgement. Okay, simple acknowledgement indicate that the frame is correctly received. Okay, but acknowledgement with some of the bits set, this indicate that the frame is received but it is corrupted during the transmission. Okay, so using that, the sender can retransmit that frame again. Okay, so okay, I think there is a one mistake. Okay, just revise this thing. Okay, sender will send the frame. Okay, and once it is correctly received, the receiver will send the acknowledgement. Okay, but as I have said earlier, if your frame is corrupted, then what the receiver will do? So we have seen here that if the frame is corrupted, then the receiver will silently discard that frame. Okay, તમારી frame જો corrupted થઈ જાય અહીંયા receiver બાજુ, then receiver will remove that frame from the communication. Okay, so a frame જો નીકળી જાય, then there is no acknowledgement that is sent from receiver to the sender. Okay, તમારો acknowledgement receiver થી sender બાજુ ના જાય, then sender will assume that the frame is lost or corrupted. Okay, and the sender has to તમારો acknowledgement ના જાય તો અહીંયા sender બાજુ તમારો timer expire થઈ જાય. Timer expire થઈ જાય તો sender has to retransmit that previous frame again. Okay, so by that way the stop and wait protocols are going to be work. Okay, so using this figure you can get the idea. Okay, so this blue indicate the start the timer. Okay, and this white clock indicate stop the timer, and this light blue indicate that restart or timeout timer. Okay, but this we are not going to be use restart. Okay, so here we can say we have the sending node and we have the receiving node. Sending node પાસે છે network layer, data link layer. Receiving node પાસે છે data link layer અને network layer. Network layer એ data link layer ને packet મોકલાવ્યું છે. So what the data link layer will do? It will start the timer and it will send the frame and it will wait for the acknowledgement. Okay, data link layer will check કે જે frame મોકલાવી છે whether it is correct or not. Okay, whether it is correctly received, then it will send the acknowledgement. Okay? So acknowledgement is sent to the sender. So in the first case we can say તમારી frame send થઈ ગઈ અને acknowledgement મળી ગયું. That means the frame is correctly sent. Okay, now data link layer will send this frame, create the packet and send to the network layer. Okay, now let's take the second scenario. Okay, in the second scenario બીજું એક packet આવે છે, data link layer will create the frame, start the timer and send the frames. Now in the second scenario what is going to be happen? The frame is lost during the transmission. Okay, તમારી frame જ આખી lost થઈ ગઈ. Okay, તો frame જો lost થઈ જાય then what is going to be happen? તો તમારો acknowledgement નહીં આવશે. frame જો lost થઈ જાય તો અહીંયા acknowledgement નહીં આવશે. Acknowledgement નહીં આવશે, then what the sender will assume? Sender will assume that the frame is lost or corrupted. Okay, if the frame is lost or corrupted તો sender શું કરવાનું? He has to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so ફરી પાછું એ timer start કરે છે અને again it will sending the frame. Okay, so same frame is sent again. Okay, but here in the second scenario, now second time it is correctly received. Okay, and receiver will send the acknowledgement to the sender. Okay, now in the third case, okay, in the third case we have sent the frame. Okay, and receiver has correctly received it and receiver has sent the acknowledgement. But what is going to be happen? That the acknowledgement is lost during the transmission. What is going to be happen? Acknowledgement is lost during the transmission. Okay, now જો તમારો acknowledgement જો lost થઈ જાય, okay, acknowledgement lost થઈ જાય, so what is going to be happen at the sender side? Within that timer we are not getting the acknowledgement. Okay, તમારો timer start થયું છે, acknowledgement પર receiver મોકલાયું, but acknowledgement is lost within the network. Okay, so sender is not getting the acknowledgement within the time period. Okay, so what the sender will assume? Sender will assume that the frame is lost or corrupted. Okay, so what the sender will do? Sender will retransmit that frame again. sender will retransmit that frame again. Okay. Now what is going to be happen? Okay, here we can say that we have the duplicate frame. Okay, અહીંયા frame તો receive થયેલી જ હતી, but આપણું acknowledgement loss થઈ ગયું. Okay, acknowledgement loss થઈ ગયું એટલે sender assume કર્યું કે frame is corrupted or lost, but it is not. Okay, and sender has retransmit that frame again. Sender ફરી પાછી એ frame મોકલાવી. એટલે receiver પાસે આપણી બે કોપી થઈ ગઈ. એક જ frame ની આપણી બે કોપી થઈ ગઈ. Okay, so here there is a confusion at the receiving side. If there are two duplicate frames, then what the receiver has to do? Okay, so what is the solution? Okay, so here the first frame is sent an acknowledgement. Okay, the second frame is sent but lost. Okay, so after timeout it is resent, while third frame માં શું થયું, તમારી frame send થઈ ગઈ, એનું acknowledgement જ lost થઈ ગયું. Okay, so however there is a problem with this scheme. What is the problem? That at the receiving side we have the two copy of the same frame. So તમારું acknowledgement loss થતું હોય, so at the receiving side we have the two copy of the same frame. Okay, so which is not right. So we can solve this problem by using another approach that is known as the sequence number and acknowledgement numbers. This approach is known as the sequence number and acknowledgement number. So that means જે ફ્રેમ સેન્ડ થતી છે તેને જ આપણે એક્નોલેજમેન્ટ નંબર તેને જ આપણે સિક્વન્સ નંબર આપવાનો, અને જે આપણો એક્નોલેજમેન્ટ નંબર રિસીવ થાય છે એને આપણે એક્નોલેજમેન્ટ નંબર આપવાનો. ઓકે, સો for this approach in the stop and wait ARQ, we are using the sequence number that are binary values, that are the 010101. Okay, so in this stop and wait ARQ, the numbering is very much simpler. Like the sequence number start from 010101. Okay, so તમારી જે પહેલી frame send કરે એના માટે sequence number હશે 0, બીજી frame માટે sequence number 1, ત્રીજી frame માટે ફરી પાછો 0, ચોથી માટે 1, પાંચમી માટે 0, છઠ્ઠી માટે 1. While the acknowledgement number આપણે મોકલાવીએ છીએ, it has the value that is starting from 101010. Okay, તમારું acknowledgement number, first acknowledgement is 1, second acknowledgement is 0, third acknowledgement is 1, fourth acknowledgement is 0. Okay, fifth is 1 and sixth one is 0. Okay, now it is said that the acknowledgement number always defines the sequence number of the next frame to receive. Okay, so આપણે sequence number 0 વાળી frame send કરીએ તો એના માટે આવશે આપણો acknowledgement number 1. Okay, acknowledgement number 1 આવે તો sender કઈ frame મોકલાવાની, તો frame number 1. Okay, frame number 1 receive થાય તો receiver મોકલાવાનું acknowledgement number 0. acknowledgement number 0 આવે તો sender મોકલાવાની frame 0. Okay, we will see this thing by one example so it will be clear. Okay, so again revise these three criteria કે એમાં પહેલી વાર we have send the frame. Okay, તો પહેલી વાર આપણે frame send કરી તો એનો નંબર કયો આપશું આપણે, તો frame 0. Okay, અહીંયા આપણે જોયું કે frame number ક્યાંથી સ્ટાર્ટ થાય, તો sequence number start from 010101. acknowledgement number ક્યાંથી સ્ટાર્ટ થાય, તો 101010. પહેલી frame મોકલાવી એના માટે હશે આપણો frame 0. Okay, frame 0 માટે કયું આવ્યું આપણું acknowledgement number 1. Okay, so first frame is correctly received, acknowledgement is also correctly received, so the communication of first frame is correct. Okay, now બીજી frame મોકલાવી છે એને આપણે નામ આપીએ છીએ frame 1. Okay, so frame 1 is lost during the transmission, એનું timer expire થઈ જશે, acknowledgement નહીં મળશે, then frame 1 is again resent. Frame 1 is again resent, and in response this receiver is sending the acknowledgement number 0. receiver acknowledgement 0 મોકલાવે છે, એનો meaning શું થાય, કે receiver is next expecting the frame number 0. Okay, અહીંયા receiver acknowledgement 1 મોકલાયું, so what is the meaning, acknowledgement 1 મોકલાવે છે, that means receiver ને જે next frame જોઈએ છે that is the frame 1. Okay, અહીંયા receiver acknowledgement 0 મોકલાવે છે, receiver ને next frame જોઈએ છે તે કઈ છે, that is the frame number 0. Okay, so in the third case the frame 0 is sent. Okay, so it is correct, receiver ને પણ જોઈએ છે frame number 0 અને આવી છે પણ frame number 0. It is correctly received and it has sent the acknowledgement, but what is the problem, acknowledgement is lost. Acknowledgement is lost, acknowledgement 1 is lost. Okay, so acknowledgement is lost, and what the sender has to do, sender has to retransmit that frame again. So frame 0 is again resent. Frame 0 is again resent. Okay. Now what is going to be happen, રિસીવરે અહીંયા એક્નોલેજમેન્ટ 1 મોકલાઈ દીધું છે. ધેટ મીન્સ રિસીવર ઇઝ એક્સપેક્ટિંગ ધી ફ્રેમ નંબર 1. ઓકે, રિસીવરે જો એકવાર એક્નોલેજમેન્ટ 1 મોકલાઈ દીધું છે, ધેટ મીન્સ રિસીવર ઇઝ એક્સપેક્ટિંગ ધી ફ્રેમ નંબર 1. હવે બીજી વાર જ્યારે ડુપ્લિકેટ ફ્રેમ આવે છે તો હિઝ નંબર ઇઝ ફ્રેમ 0. હિઝ નંબર ઇઝ ફ્રેમ 0. બટ રિસીવર ઇઝ એક્સપેક્ટિંગ ધી ફ્રેમ નંબર 1. રિસીવરને કઈ જોઈએ છે ફ્રેમ નંબર 1, પણ આવી કઈ છે તો ફ્રેમ નંબર 0. ધેટ ફ્રેમ 0 ઇઝ ડિસ્કાર્ડેડ. ડુપ્લિકેટ ફ્રેમ આવે છે, that is discarded. The thing is receiver is expecting the frame number 1, but now it is getting the frame number 0. Okay, and again it will send the acknowledgement number 1. Okay, so this is the approach, okay, that we are going to be using the stop and wait ARQ. Okay, okay, so these are the some example. You try to perform this task by your own. Okay, so we can say that in the stop and wait ARQ, we use sequence number to number the frames, and the sequence number are based on modulo 2 arithmetic. Okay, the sequence number start from 01, 01, 01, while the acknowledgement numbers are also modulo 2 arithmetic, and it is going to be start from 10, 10, 10, and the acknowledgement number expect the next frame to receive. Okay, acknowledgement frame indicate the next frame to receive. અહીંયા acknowledgement 1 છે મતલબ next frame આપણને જોઈએ છે frame 1. અહીંયા acknowledgement 0 છે મતલબ next frame જોઈએ છે આપણને frame 0, like that. Okay, and the last approach is known as the PG backing. Okay, so what is the meaning of PG backing? That whatever the two protocol, that simple and stop and wait protocol that we have seen, in which there is a unidirectional communication. In that there is a unidirectional communication, that એક ટાઈમે સેન્ડર થી રિસીવર બાજુ કોમ્યુનિકેશન થાય છે. Okay, so what is the meaning of PG backing? That there is a bidirectional communication. Okay, what is the meaning of bidirectional communication? અહીંયા આપણે જે frame 0 મોકલાવીએ છીએ અને ફરી પાછો આપણો acknowledgement 1 આવે છે, તો this single frame consists of two things. Suppose આ રિસીવરે પણ સેન્ડરને જો કંઈ મોકલાવવું હોય, at that time આજે આપણે acknowledgement frame મોકલાવીએ છીએ તેની સાથે આપણો ડેટા પણ મોકલાઈ દઈએ. ઓકે, so it can be acknowledgement 1 plus frame 0, that is the data from receiver to the sender. Okay, now ફરી પાછું એનું acknowledgement જશે sender થી receiver બાજુ, તો acknowledgement ની સાથે જ આપણે ડેટા પણ મોકલાઈ દઈએ. The meaning of PG backing is frame plus acknowledgement both are combined in the single frame. Okay, આપણું frame અને acknowledgement બંને આપણું એક જ ફ્રેમમાં કમ્બાઈન થઈ જાય, then we have the bidirectional communication. Okay, so it is a somewhat complex thing, so we are not showing this diagram, but you can say that the meaning of PG backing is single frame માં જ આપણું ડેટા પણ છે અને આપણું acknowledgement પણ છે. That is known as the PG backing. Okay, okay, so this is the end of the flow control mechanism. The next responsibility of the data link layer is the addressing, that we will see in the next lecture.